committed to you. Fox Carolina, the 6 o'clock news starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shale Remien. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. We know a lot of kids are heading back to school tomorrow. We have adults going back to work because it's a brand new start to the work week. We want to check in with meteorologist Bob Trihey. And Bob, I've got to say, I like the warm-up that we had today.
It was a nice warm-up, but boy, what a cold start it was, Shale. We had a big swing in temperatures thanks to that dry air. Disregard that 54 in Newberry. That was actually their high today. But look at the rest of these numbers. 10 the low in Franklin, 12 in Asheville, 16 in Rutherfordton this morning, Toccoa at 21, Clemson 24, downtown Greenville 24, but I saw that GSP had a low of 18, so it was very, very cold, but a nice recovery this afternoon as we had a southwest wind. It was a chilly wind, but it really warmed us up. Downtown Greenville 52, 51 in Clemson, 54 in Anderson, 47 in Asheville, and 48 into Rutherfordton. The sun just went down. We're looking at mainly clear skies right now, but I am expecting some clouds to increase through the overnight, those high variety clouds. And it's still mild, 40s and 50s right now. Anderson 49, Greenville 51, 41 in Brevard, 40 in Hendersonville, and 43 into Asheville. Fox Radar 3D right now not showing too much going on. Mainly clear skies. We've got a very weak system to our north with a trailing cold front. This is a subtle front that will swing through tonight, increase the clouds, shift the winds, and that's about it, really. That's all we're looking at. But the winds right now, west-southwest, still pretty gusty at around 6 to 12 miles per hour. So we'll see those gusty winds this evening, and those feels like temperatures will be down there into the 20s and 30s. You can see the wind gusts early this evening out of the west-southwest at around 15 to 20 miles per hour. But here's our little wind shift here as we go through tonight. The winds start to turn in out of the north and west, and they start to subside as well. So as we go into Monday morning, we'll see a northerly breeze, but it will be lighter as we go into that time period, and pretty light as we go through much of the day. But here are those wind chills as we go through the evening and overnight hours. You can see how it drops into the 20s and 30s, and by tomorrow morning, feeling like middle and upper 20s out there. And here's futurecast rain and snow. Nothing in the way of rain and snow as that front is dropping through. You can see the clouds increasing through the overnight into Monday. These are just high clouds floating through, and that'll be the case pretty much all day long. It's going to be another mild day with temperatures into the 50s. And then as we go through time, here's a European model, and we're looking at high pressure in control as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. But it's going to start to warm up under that high, and we're looking at temperatures into the 50s and approaching 60s by the end of the week as a cold front heads our way. And look at this, we increase the rain later Wednesday into Thursday. Could be looking at some heavy rain as we go Thursday night on into Friday. And back to the west, it's going to be icy and snowy across the Ohio Valley. I think for us, just plain rain. This could end as a little bit of snow for the mountains on Friday and then turning colder again as we go into next weekend. But for tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy skies. It will be cold, a low around 29 degrees. So bundle up. It's going to be breezy as well, especially early on. And then 24 in the mountains, partly cloudy and cold. So heading into your Monday, make sure you bundle up in the morning and bundle the kids up. 31, but then 51 at noon with the high clouds, and by 4 around 56. And in the mountains, 26 at 8, by noon 45, and we're topping out right around 50 as we go into the afternoon hours. I'll have much more on that late week rain and your 7-day forecast coming up on the late news, the Fox Carolina News, coming up a little bit after 11. Shale?
Bob, thank you. More than 100 firefighters from 3 different counties responding to a plant fire in Easley. We were alongside firefighters as they used multiple engines to put out the flames, taking over this old aerial mill, most recently known as the Foster plant. This is right on Rice Road, kind of tucked behind there. Firefighter mobilization is activated with first responders coming from Greenville, Anderson, and of course Pickens, where this is in Pickens County. We have a live report coming up later tonight in the show, as well as new information coming from the chief. And another fire to talk about tonight, one that left at least one person hurt in Anderson. Firefighters responded to Goodrich Street, and we're told a patient had to be flown out for injuries. We went back to the scene, as you can see, and we'll let you know as soon as what sparked this fire. And deputies in Oconee County are looking for this man, saying he fired at officers just last night. Zachary Edwin Sterling Fiskos is being charged with attempted murder and possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, along with 6 other charges. Now, here's what happened. Initially, deputies were trying to stop him for driving the wrong way. Well, he did stop, but then all of a sudden he decided to take off on foot, shooting at deputies. We know deputies, though, did not return fire just because of how close they were to nearby homes. Please call 911 if you see this man. And a shooting leaves 1 person dead in Asheville. When police arrived on Spruce Hill Lane, they found 2 people shot multiple times. Both were taken to the hospital, but unfortunately, Carl Ellington Jr. passed away there. While police do have a suspect in custody, they say they are not releasing any new details at this point. And deputies in Anderson County are still looking tonight for these 2 runaway teens. Maybe you've seen them. This is Ariana Crawford right there on the left of your screen. She was last seen on Nunnally Road back on January 9th. Deputies say she may be with another teen. This guy on the right, Matthew Sahula, who you can see is right there. If you see any of these 2 people, please call Anderson County Sheriff's Office. And also in Anderson, police are looking for this runaway boy, Cameron Martin. He was last seen on January 18th, and officers tell us he was last seen at a home on West Wade Hampton Street. They believe he may be with his teenage brother, who also ran away, Devin Martin. If you see either of them, please reach out to Anderson Police. Well, this is a fantastic story. This is the newest member of the Malden Police Department. 5-year-old Bennett is currently battling a heart disorder he's had since birth, but he's always wanted to become a police officer. And Fox Carolina's Zach Perletsky was with Bennett as he was sworn in as a police officer. He even got some training, even making a criminal arrest.
It's something special about seeing a wish come true.
Now you're an official police officer today.
Meet Bennett Gulias.
He was diagnosed with hypoplastic left heart syndrome.
A condition that affects normal blood flow through the heart. Bennett has already had 4 heart surgeries. Like many 5-year-olds, Bennett loves Hot Wheels, the lights and sirens of a police cruiser, and the gold badges officers wear. Thanks to Make-A-Wish South Carolina, Bennett is now a Malden police officer.
It takes months from referral, depending on the wish, to get something like this to take place.
After getting sworn in, Bennett got some training with the K-9 and SRT units.
Go, 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 go.
Then it was off to catch a robber who stole some money from a local State Farm agency.
Oh my God, we were so scared,
That criminal finally arrested by Officer Bennett at Sunset Park.
He's very determined, and obviously he's a fighter. I mean, to get through everything he's been through, to get to where he is today with all of his issues. So I think that goes very far to becoming the police officer that he is today.
A day that Bennett and his family will be sure to remember for years to come.
It's really exciting. He's been through a lot in such a short amount of time. And so it's nice to be able to celebrate him, have everyone support him.
He's so cute. And Make-A-Wish South Carolina does about 200 wishes for people each year, around 40% of those for people in the upstate. The very first Make-A-Wish granted happened about 42 years ago, and it just so happened to be another young boy who wanted to become a police officer. And if you want to watch that story again, I know we've watched it here a couple of times here at Fox Carolina. You can do so by downloading our free Fox Carolina News app. We will also break down your weather there. Bob's going to have much more on a late edition of the 10 o'clock news. We'll be on a little bit after 11 o'clock and hope you can join us then. Until then, stay warm and stay safe.